Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Judgment on Xbsx. Okay, where are we? Meet with Higashi. Oh wait, there's a job board too, right? Excuse me. Oh, how are the jobs looking? Where'd my jacket go? My special jacket has disappeared. It was given to me by my older brother, and it means a lot to me. It's my soul, more important than my life. Please find it as quickly as possible. I'll be waiting at Wild Jackson's on Tenkaichi Street. If you see some gaudy guy with brown hair, gray jacket, and a red shirt, that's probably me. Why is Hoshini-kun calling me? Hello, this is Yagami.
Yagami-san.
You gotta help me. Hey, what's the matter? There's been an incident at Genda Law Office. What do you mean? Just something terrible's happened. You gotta get down here. Alright, I'll be right there. Oh, I'm so busy. Where the hell is Wild Jackson? It's a restaurant. Or, I mean, it's a fast food place-ish, I guess. Is this it? I mean, I've eaten there before, as in the game. I mean, I think I have. Smile Burger. Wild Jackson, here we go. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I have, I've been seeing some, you know, some, YouTubers out there, sort of like hyping up the Xbox, before E3. Or just really talking in general about, you know, just some positive things about the Xbox. You know, I'm pretty happy with the system. But, I gotta say, I don't know who out there is, like, thinking the Xbox has like a lot going for it, because I tell you, when we cover games, or when I cover games, I always look on the shops every day the games release for new games. So that's like Tuesdays for the Xbox and the PlayStation, and Thursdays for the Switch. And on a typical release week, let's say the Switch has 20 games, right, which is not far off from the mark. So like in a week they'll release like 20 games on the Switch. On the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, you'll probably get like, you know, 12 to 15 games, you know, comparatively. So you're getting, you know, a smaller number of new releases every week, versus, you know, on the Switch versus the PlayStation Store. And then on the Xbox side, you're getting 6 in comparison. So like there are far fewer games released on the Xbox Store right now than either of the two systems, and I don't know where all the positivity is coming from. I mean, to me, the system's doing dismal, and while Microsoft as a whole is making a ton of money, I can't see somebody going in, looking at all the available titles, and going, you know, the Xbox is looking good to me. I mean, you would only do that if you have a predisposition for the Xbox brand. But if you don't care, like I do, if you don't care about whatever brand it is, because, you know, if you're brand loyal, who exactly are you exclaiming your loyalty to, right? It's not like Microsoft, Sega, or Nintendo are going to, you know, going to help you if you get injured. You know? So it doesn't make sense to like try to be try to be loyal to a system or try to hype up a system. Those companies don't care anything about you. So yeah, I don't know how you could go and look at the Xbox store week after week and go, yeah, I think they're doing good. Man, nothing's on there, man. I mean, I actually have to struggle. I have to force myself to buy something on that system. Like Judgment. I didn't have to buy it on the Xbox. It was available on the PlayStation 4 on the same day. So, you know, if I only had a PlayStation 4, it's not an experience I miss out on. I would only miss out on it if I had a Switch, you know. Now, where's this guy? What the heck? It's Wild Jackson, right? You're in the bathroom. The food's good, man. You don't need to vomit that stuff out. It's not the good way to lose weight, anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't dislike any of the companies. I certainly think some companies are better than others, but I don't understand the hype behind the Xbox, or this artificial hype that's being generated from the Xbox. Like, I don't know why you would be hyped. Oh, is there more than one Wild Jackson? Oh, well, that sucks. Maybe someone can explain it to me. Like, if I am not predispositioned, like if I'm not biased towards the Xbox, then what exactly am I looking forward to that I can't get on another system? I mean, I struggle to think of what that could be. I mean, and, you know, alternatively, if I only had an Xbox, I think from week to week, I get something on the Switch. Like every other week, I'd get something on the PlayStation, and like every month, we might get something on the Xbox. You know, I mean, that's how bad the release schedule is. It's just, it's amazing to me that you know, there are people out there trying to hype what's in store, and it's just like, well, dude, there's nothing in store. What are you trying to hype exactly? Unless game companies all of a sudden decide to stop releasing on the Switch. Hoshino-kun, what's going on? Wait, what the? You did it, so admit it already. I told you, I didn't do it. There's no point in lying. Hey. You came. Oh, well, Mafuyu's here too. Hoshino-kun, what in the world's going on? I thought this was serious. It is serious. As you can see, Sayori-san and Mafio-san have accused me of a crime. A crime, huh? Yeah, and I'm innocent, I tell you. Here we go. What is Hoshino being suspected of? Hoshino-kun, what does Sayori-san think you did? I didn't do anything. She's just upset about her stupid cake. Her cake? Yes, I've been accused of eating the cake she had in the fridge. It's not just any old stupid cake we're talking about. It was from Gotoku. It was a special event cake that I waited in line for hours to get. Huh? Is this really happening right now? Why Mafia? In this case, why is Mafia involved? I'm not. I just happened to drop by in a work-related issue. You got dragged into this? Sayori's pretty worked up. I made inquiries, and it sounds like Hoshino-kun is really the one who could have done the deed. That's why Mafia is prosecuting the case for me. Prosecuting? Is this how it is? Why is Hoshino being suspected? Okay, I'll buy it. Why is Hoshino-kun being the most likely suspect? Hoshino-kun was the only one who even knew about the cake. Only because she was bragging about having got it in the first place? How does that make me a suspect? Okay, we need facts. When was the cake last seen? I went home around 8 p.m. last night, and the cake was most certainly in the fridge at the time. I was here for another 2 hours or so after that, but nobody else came in. Then, presuming Hoshino-kun is innocent, it had to have been eaten between 10 p.m. and this morning. Are you sure you locked up the office? Yes, I'm sure. Jeez. There are no signs of forced entry, so I think that rules out any external parties as a culprit. I see. And who unlocked the office this morning then? Genda-sensei got here before me, but he left as soon as I came in. After that, Mafia-san arrived. Sayori-san was the last to arrive. And that's when I discovered my cake was gone. Okay, Hoshin says funny. But that would mean Genda-sensei is also a suspect. He could have eaten it while he was alone in the office.
Yeah.
No way. Genda-sensei is a Japanese sweets man. He doesn't go for Western cakes and pastries. That's your justification? Although I guess he wouldn't have much of a motive if it's true. You're up against the wall, Hoshino-kun. Why don't you just come out? Why don't you just come clean? Mafia-san, please! I'm telling you, I didn't do it. The longer you hide from your crimes, the heavier your sentence is going to be, Hoshino-kun. Objection! If you ask me, Mafia-san is pretty suspicious too. Excuse me? Did you just yell objection for the fun of it?
No.
And do you care to tell the court what you mean by that little comment? After Mafia-san came in, I left my desk to go to the bathroom, and let's just say I was gone for about 15 minutes. Mafia-san could have easily scarfed down the whole cake in that time.
Huh?
Why would I? This is baseless conjecture. Do you have any evidence to back up your statement? Actually, I do. Huh? Don't think I didn't hear it when you came in here this morning. Your stomach growled. What? What? You heard that? Yes, you skipped breakfast this morning, didn't you? Naturally, you'd be hungry. So you figured you'd just peek in the fridge, and that's when you discovered an exquisite little cake. You couldn't help yourself. You dug right in. Am I wrong?
Huh?
Yes, you are, as a matter of fact. Besides, a growling stomach is hardly admissible evidence. Yagami-san, you're up. I am. Please take my case and defend me. If you don't, Sayori-san will glare at me for the rest of my life. Oh, well, if we're talking business, I guess I could take this one. I'm counting on you. Okay, apparently this is really happening, so the first place is a good lawyer starts is the crime scene. I wonder if the wrapper's still in the trash. Justice is sweet. Okay. I see that trash can is empty. It's usually bursting at the seams. We take out the trash every day now on a rotating shift. And who's in charge of it today? Gendai-sensei. Huh? Even Gendai-sensei pitches in? Well, it's more of a punishment for him. Sayori-san made him do it. Gendai-sensei is really lazy about sorting his trash, so I kind of blew up at him. I said to him, don't you even consider the people who have to take the trash out? Then he said he'd start pitching in on trash duty. I'm surprised you had the guts to say that to him. Yagami-san, the other trash cans are empty too. It seems Gendai-sensei takes trash duty seriously. Noted. Thanks for checking. Well, this cake must have had a wrapper. Is there anywhere else it could have been thrown away? Well, I suppose it could have been washed out with the rest of our containers in the kitchen? Let's have a look. Finding that wrapper is going to blow this case wide open. Okay, where's the cat? There's always a cat in one of these. Oh, look, a cat. There we go. I have to find the cat. They have a kitchen here? No wrappers, but it looks like we've got some milk cartons. They've been washed out and neatly compacted. Those are Sayori-san's milk cartons. They weren't there last night, so whoever was on cleaning duty must have done it. Sayori-san scolds anyone who doesn't tidy up after themselves. But there's 3 of them. She's not drinking that much milk. Is she? I kind of doubt it. Maybe she threw them out for some reason? So, this is the refrigerator where the crime happened. The ice tray is melted. Or did someone forget to freeze it? Nah, couldn't be. Nobody's using ice in the winter, probably. I didn't see anyone use it yesterday. Then why did it melt? That's interesting. Melted ice. Yagami-san, are you finished with the investigation? If so, we should start the hearing. The hearing? Are we really going to trial with this? Of course. Mafu, or should I say, Prosecutor Fuji, are you prepared to present your case? Fine, I've been dragged into this far. Might as well see it through. Then, court is now in session for defendant Isai Hoshino. Prosecutor Fuji, your opening statement, please. Well, the prosecution is firmly on the belief that Hoshino-kun is the only viable culprit. And your proof. The defendant is arguing that you yourself could be the culprit. Your Honor, I have a counter-argument to that assertion. Proceed, Prosecutor Fuji. If I'd been the one who ate it, something that should be present is missing from the crime scene. Right, Yagami-kun? You can corroborate this statement, I take it. Me? If Mafia really ate the cake, something that should exist is missing. The proof of that is... empty garbage. The trash can at the scene was empty because its contents were removed this morning. Yes, Gendai-sensei was the first one in the office today, and that's probably why when he took out the trash. Which means if Mafia had eaten the cake, she would have had to discard the wrapper afterward. And since we've all confirmed that the trash can is empty... Oh, you have a point. Right, there was no wrapper in the trash can, which means I couldn't have eaten the cake. And we've thoroughly searched every trash can. They're all clean as a whistle. I see. This is pretty conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
Hold it, Sayori-san. I can present a counter-argument here. The court will hear the defense's objection. Since the wrapper may not be in the trash can, we can't rule out that you didn't hide the evidence. Objection. Predictable, Yagami-kun. I'd like to present the court with some new evidence. New evidence? While you were searching the room, I performed my own investigation, naturally. That's when this document on Sayori's desk caught my eye. It's a notice of a planned power outage. Relevance, Prosecutor? It seems there was a blackout last night, scheduled from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next morning. I do remember Gendai-sensei saying something about that. He warned the whole office not to keep anything in the fridge or it would spoil. Oh, I remember that too. But I had something urgent come up, so I left it, forgot all about it. And that means... Precisely. If the cake was left inside the fridge with no power on, it would have spoiled. Despite being winter, it's been unseasonably warm. And if anyone ate it, they'd know it was spoiled after a single bite. Right. And there's no way anyone would go through it without eating the whole thing. But the whole cake has vanished. Someone must have devoured the fresh cake. And there's only one span of time where that's possible. Not this morning, after the cake would have spoiled, but last night, when it was still fresh. Oh, hey, wait! I'm afraid so, Hoshino-kun. The only one who could have eaten it was the one who closed up. Hoshino-kun, it can only be you. No way! Objection? Objection! Excuse me? Does the defense have further arguments? Yes. I think it's too early to pronounce a verdict. There's one more possibility. This better be good. The cake wasn't the only thing that went missing from the fridge, and I have evidence to prove it. The milk Sayori-san put in the fridge has been dumped, washed out, and neatly compacted. In other words, the milk was also removed from the fridge, 3 cartons to be precise. Gendai-sensei must have done it during his cleaning duty, an act forced upon him by the victim herself. Not following, Yagami. Let's consider, what would drive Gendai-sensei to do this? Why would he discard 3 milk cartons at once if there was some left? You're right, that's certainly an odd thing to do. Why? There's one particular piece of evidence that points to the logic behind this action. The power outage? Defense, does this line of reasoning have a point? What would happen to milk left inside the fridge for a whole night without electricity? I believe it would go bad. And if Gendai-sensei, who had cleaning duty, found the milk that had gone bad, he probably would have thrown it away. Oh, then it seems the prosecution is beginning to see the light, which means the true culprit that ate Sayori-san's cake is nobody. No one ate the cake. In other words, there is no culprit to blame. What? I can't believe this. You're implying Gendai-sensei threw away the spoiled cake? Yeah, that's about the sum of it. She already said herself that she hurried home last night due to an urgent matter. The outage slipped her mind entirely. Thus, when Gendai-sensei found the cake had spoiled, he did his duty and discarded it. So you're saying I kind of jumped to conclusions?
Ooh.
Wow, quite a crowd in here. What brings you by, Yagami and Mafuyu-kun? Huh, welcome back, Gendai-sensei. Say, who left that cake and all that milk in the fridge overnight? Didn't I practically beat you guys over the head about the power outage? And on the day I had cleaning duty of all days. It's rude to make people throw away spoiled food, you know. I believe the words were, don't you even consider the people who have to take the trash out? Your words, right, Shirosaki-kun? Well, having to deal with all that spoiled food, I understand the meaning all too well now. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Yagami-san. It looks like I'm cleared of suspicion. And I sentence Shiori-san to cleaning duty for 1 month straight, starting tomorrow. In order to express my remorse, as my defense attorney, I'd like you to have this. Yagami-san. Oh, thanks. I gotta say, though, I'm pretty shocked. Shiori-san stays cool under pressure, but as soon as sweets get involved... You have no idea how long I've been looking forward to that cake. I can appreciate that, but as lawyers, we need to keep our heads on straight at all times. I'll work on that. Case closed, I guess. A pretty turbulent day for the criminal justice system. Kamurocho is pretty intense right now. No thanks to the Matsugane family and the Kyoto clan at each other's throats. Better ask Higashi about it. Higashi? Okay.
ゆうべ松金組の人が撃たれたそうですけど。八神さんの知ってる人ですか？
いや、特別認識はなかったよ。あれ？もしかして心配してくれてた？
いえ、別に。
Well, weren't there stairs? I guess there weren't. Okay, so is there a Wild Jackson's on the west side too? I haven't been to a lot of these places. Alright, well, what's over here? What's this restaurant here? How can I get in? So confusing. Oh, smile burger. Okay. At least I know what's here. Okay. Smile burger. Here's Wild Jackson West. Let's go here. Yeah, anyway, I mean, that's my opinion on the Xbox. It's like, I hear people talk about it, but then when you look at, like, the evidence of game releases on both stores, I was like, why would you be excited about this? There's just not as much stuff being released. And not to say that there aren't any good games that are out, and if you only owned an Xbox, you know, you could still be happy with what's coming out. But you don't have anywhere near as many choices for game releases as you do on the other systems. Oh, here's Wild Jackson. So when people say, yeah, I'm really positive, I'm really positively looking forward to the Xbox, what they're going to show at E3, I'm like, what do they got? Everybody else has more than what they have. Oh, but if you look at Game Pass, they're going to have a lot of Game Pass. I'm like, okay, but more than half of the shit on Game Pass is garbage. And the other stuff, you probably want to buy the stuff that's really good, because you want to play it when Game Pass is gone, or when Game Pass takes it off. So, which is what happened. I forget what game it was, but I was playing a game on Game Pass and it went off, and it's just like, oh, well, I guess I should have just bought it then. Oh, are you Yagami-san by any chance? Yes, I got your job request. So what do you say we talk business? This has something to do with a stolen jacket? Yeah, my bag got swiped and it was in there. Where'd you last see it? In the park. I went to the bathroom and I accidentally left it there. When I realized what I'd done, I ran back and it was already gone. That's unfortunate. Can't take your eyes off anything in this city. Was there anything else in the bag? Yeah, my wallet and watch were in there too. But the jacket is what matters. That thing means more to me than life itself. Tiger jacket. Oh, was it gold studded or something? No, it's more of a sentimental value. My older brother gave it to me, and I really respect the guy. Sure, I get that. And have you gone to the police? I did, but they said they'd have an ice cube's chance in hell of finding it. Pretty blunt, but I can see their point. Which park did you lose your bag in? And can you describe it? Why is everybody going to the children's park? It's a fucking children's park. Dude, you're too old to go to the children's park. My god. The children's park on Shifuku Street. The bag is yellow with leather straps and a little smaller than a duffel bag. Great, thanks. Can you describe your jacket, wallet, and watch too? My jacket's blue and white, and there's a tiger embroidered on the back. It says tiger on it too. My wallet's made of blue fabric, and my watch is bright yellow. Better get all this down. Alright. I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best to see if I can track them down. And you can cover you can cover 50,000 yen as my fee?
Hi.
I'm not gonna lie, that's expensive for me. But that jacket is worth any price.
Hi.
Then I'll be in touch when I find it. I'll be waiting for good news. Alright, I guess I'll start at the park where he lost his bag. Is there like one park in this city? One children's park? That everybody does everything at? I swear. That children's park is like the most important spot in this whole game. How many times have we gone to this children's park across all the Yakuza games? And a children's park where all these old men and bums are hanging out. Yeah, so, I mean, that's why you hear a decidedly different message from me, because, I'm just a customer and I'm not really a fanboy of anybody, so... I mean, I do tend to like Nintendo stuff, but even I know Nintendo does not give a shit about its customers. They'll do lots and lots of boneheaded things to their customer base, and they generally don't listen to their customers. On the flip side of that argument is that though they don't listen to us, they do tend to make things that we like regardless. So, I don't know how that works out. That's just the way it is. Excuse me, I'm looking for a bag that got lost in this park. Did you see anything? Oh, you think we go around stealing bags because we're homeless? No, not at all. I just thought you might have seen it since you're here a lot. It's a yellow bag with leather straps that got left in the bathroom. Yeah, I've seen it. Really? Do you know what happened to it? I might if you bring me 2 bento. Really? I need to bargain for this? Sorry, I'm so hungry my memory's all foggy. Let's make it tonkatsu bento. The papa right around the corner has them. And say, let's make it 2. We're both hungry. And I'm sure a full belly might jog my memory. Well, I guess it's not too unreasonable. Yeah, where's the Papo? Over here? Yeah, and I say Game Pass is really great if you just don't buy games. Like, let's say you are unlimited budget, which a lot of us are. If you don't buy any games at all and you don't care about any premium releases, then Game Pass really is a good way to go. But if you care about premium releases, then things that are not Microsoft, like if you wanted to play, you know, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I don't know why you would, but let's just say you do. Well, you know, you don't have that on Game Pass, and if you want to play it right now, you're still coughing up the money, plus you're paying for Game Pass, and then let's say the next month you want to play, you want to play Resident Evil 8. Well, I mean, a lot of the really hot games that I think people really, really want, they're just not going to be there unless they're Microsoft games or Microsoft Studios games. So I'm not sure how much you're saving. You know, you are saving on the smaller titles, which maybe you wouldn't have bought in the first place, and they can kind of occupy your time in between the times you can afford games. So that's what I think is good about Game Pass. But like, I probably wouldn't strictly depend on Game Pass for my games. I don't think I would like games as much because I just wouldn't have good choices all the time. Sure, why not? What's this all about? Well, with every 700 yen purchase you make, you'll earn a single point. Collect 10 from them to earn a fantastic prize. Oh yeah, that would, yeah, okay. Every single store has a different one. I need 2 of these. Boy, they're really waiting to buy stuff. It's not like Yakuza where you're buying stuff because you're doing it to live. Here you're buying it to replenish your health, but you may not actually have a problem with managing your health. Although it's pretty early in the game for us, so maybe it's going to be harder later on. Wait, don't I have Tonkatsu Bento? Yeah, pork tonkatsu bento. I have it. Is there one that's just regular tonkatsu? I mean, pork tonkatsu is what I think of when I think of tonkatsu. Is there some other meat that people have tonkatsu with? See, this is just regular bento. I'll buy 2 of these too. I can afford it, thankfully. Here, 2 bento boxes. Yeah, thanks. So, about that bag. There's been a bunch of kids coming around here at night, hooting and hollering. They're a real headache. Well, late the other night, they got really loud. Heard one of them say, "Score!" and another say he'd buy the good shit. Anyway, they came bolting out of the bathroom holding what looked like the bag you just described. That must be it then. Did you get a good look at the kids? Not really, except for the one that stood out like a douchebag. He had short bleached hair, a little pube-stained mustache, and stupid-ass tinted shades. They're local kids, so I'm sure they're around. Great, that helps a lot, thanks. But where could I find some local punks? I guess I better ask around. I wouldn't know where to begin. Ask around here. And I don't want people to think that I don't like the Xbox. You know, what we have on here, I do like. And sometimes, you know, I just buy it just because it's the system that I don't have the most games on. It's the system that we play the least, you know, of all the systems that we have. So even if sometimes it's actually not the best place to buy the game, also buy it on here just to populate the library, and you know, to kind of justify, you know, the weeks and hours that I spent searching for one and all the money I spent on it. You know, not that I'm bitter about that whole thing, but I really don't feel that Microsoft has any place to go in this war. Or, you know, if it was a real competition, like if you said, oh well, you know, we're competing for the same customers with a limited amount of money, then yeah, they're last. I mean, they just are, just based on things that you want to buy, and things that you want to buy being games. If you want to buy games, you're gonna get less of them on the Xbox. You know, thankfully, if you're buying a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox, you're able to buy the same kind of big games that you want, because those are multi-platform games. You know, so you're able to buy, you can play Resident Evil or Mass Effect. But then if you want some exclusive games, well, number one, you're getting like better games on the PlayStation 4, and you're also getting more of them. So, you know, I don't know. I just have a hard time understanding why there's some sort of positive spin on the thing when there's just not any sort of thing that I can see which would justify being so, you know, positive about the outcome of, you know, the outlook of the system. There's nothing that I can see, unless I was a fanboy, and that would be the only reason why I would say to somebody, yeah, you should get an Xbox. What I'd really say is, yes, you should try to find out if somebody's scalping and punch them in the throat. That might solve all of the rest of us' problems. Or our problems. Because damn, that shit's annoying. Wall acrobatics. Sure, why not? Why don't I have my base abilities anymore? God, it's so weird how they distribute these now. How much do I have? A little under 6 grand. Barfly. Builds up your alcohol tolerance. Let the alcohol flow. Trying to think about what you're eating, so just properly, even recovers additional 10% health. Yeah, sure. Not exactly a bad thing to have. Detective Punch, key to success, sheer coincidence, enables you to see one sheer line when lockpicking. That lockpicking minigame is not really that hard, though. Mounting EX Punch. Walking, EX Walking Wrath. EX Flowing Kick. Boost health. 2. Oh, I just spent enough to not get boost attack. No, okay. Let's see, so who can I talk to around here? I think I can afford it now. Yeah? No. Oh, whatever. Well, so far I can't talk to anybody around here, so I don't know how I would go about finding this jacket. I mean, I am happy they're doing like some moves with their legacy games and getting backward compatibility up there, doing things like the frame rate boost. But you know, I looked at those games on the frame rate boost, and holy shit, there's a lot of stuff in there which I don't care about. I mean, there's like 72 games on that list, and I care about like maybe 3, and I'm like, Why even bother with some of these other games on the list of your frame rate boost? What the? Why waste development dollars on this shit nobody wants to play? It's amazing, you know. It's like I'm happy somebody out there is, you know, going for the easy wins and giving me a list, but it's a list of things I would not play. It's like I don't own them. I'm certainly not gonna buy them to play them with FPS boost because they weren't games that I would have ever bought in the first place. And seeing a game that I don't, you know, that I would never have bought, go from 30 frames to 60 frames does nothing to entice me. So yeah, it's like on the you know, just at a glance, from a distance, these announcements sound great. But then when you actually start digging in and go, hey, what would I want to play with that's on the list of frame boosted titles? Like, oh, not really much, if anything. I know that's the thing. You'll never see me be sponsored by Microsoft or Sony. I have a number of criticisms for this, or Nintendo. You know, a number of criticisms for those companies. But I'm honest. You know, I won't lie to you guys because I'm like you. I'm spending my money. I don't want to buy bad stuff. I mean, we bought so many bad games, and believe me, there's a lot of them I really regret. I really wish I didn't buy some of these games. But you know, I just want to cover the things that are interesting that nobody else would cover, that still kind of meet my my tastes. And you know, if I cover them ahead of time and I let you know, then hey, I've saved you money, and we've had, you know, at least a little bit of a good time, you know, finding out what really sucks and what's really good. So I don't think it's a complete waste, you know.
何しに来てんだお前。
お邪魔か？
お邪魔かだ。もし頭に見られたらお前。ん？あ、いや、そんなに心配することはないか。もう頭もお前に構ってる場合じゃねえし。
昨べの銃撃事件のせいでか。
まあ、そのすぐ後、頭は事務所を出てそれっきりだ。殺が来た時にはとっくに雲隠れしてたよ。で、何の用だ？ぼさっと突っ立ってんのは一応客なんだからよ。たく、座れ。
昨べから松金組は大変だね。
ああ、事務所は殺でごった返してる。俺もこれ吸い終わったら行くんだけどよ。
何しに？
事務所の守り固めにだ。組の者は全員招集かけられてる。
なるほど。それにしてもなんで協励会は急にやる気になったんだ。今までおとなしくしてたのに。
今向こうのナンバー2ってのがカムロ町に来てんだよ。関西の方からわざわざな。
ナンバー 2？
協励会の若頭で塩谷聡。バリバリの武闘派でゆくゆくは小馬会長の跡目だ。
じゃあ昨べの銃撃はそいつの指図？
ああ、しかも塩谷が本当に狙ったのは多分羽村の頭だ。
なんでそんなことが？
わかるんだな。こいつは昨べ殺された栗本の写真だがよ。
どぎついな。
両目を撃ち抜かれてる。ただ見せたいのは顔じゃねえ、服装の方だ。
この服がなんだって？
昨日は頭もこんなジャージを着てたよ。
え？
栗本とは年も背格好も似ている。頭も気づいたはずだぜ。本当は自分が狙われたってな。
So the Kyori attack was meant for Hamada specifically, and not the Tojo clan.
なるほど。それで慌てて雲隠れしたのか。笑っちゃ悪いのかな。
お前、ずいぶん余裕だな。頭を狙う協励会にしたらよ、 それを無罪にした連中も十分的になる。そうじゃねえか。
じゃあ俺も狙われるの？
いや、お前より新谷ってやつの方が危ねえ。法廷で弁護してたのはあいつだろ。
あ
あ。仇が極道に狙われたらひとたまりもねえぞ。まあ俺が新谷の身内なら一言警告してやるとこだ。
And if you think I'm being like overly negative on the Xbox and Game Pass, think about the games that we've covered so far on the Xbox since release. Of all the games that we've covered that I've played, and granted, there's not many of them, but that also is because there's not many games on the on the Xbox. Of the 7 games that we've covered, 1 was on Game Pass. Right, so I've had to buy 6 games and Game Pass, you know, because I thought, you know, well, Game Pass would save me some money, but it really hasn't saved me much.
キムさん、
よう優等生やろ。元気だったかい？
誰だ？
京浜同盟の葛西だ。この前は世話になったな。
なんでお前が？
八神さん、相手にしちゃダメです。
キムさん、大丈夫？
静かにしやれ。お友達が大切ならこいつの店に来い。今すぐにだ。
くそ、あいつ。
Shintani's gonna have to wait. I need to go save Kim-san. I know people have different experiences with Game Pass. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff on there that that they're happy that's on there, and they're happy that they played, but not most of the games on that system. Not most of the games on Game Pass. I mean, if you played every game on Game Pass and thought that that's what the Xbox library had to offer you, you would not think much of the Xbox. All the stuff that you actually really want is stuff that you're gonna have to buy. Or at least for me, in my game taste. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody that really wants to play Ash and, you know. You know, they're up to like 600 hours in Ashen now.
Kimisan, 相変わらずムカつく顔だな、優等生やろ。
そっちはそっちで相変わらずの間抜け面だな。
なんでってこら。
おお、そいつが八神さんか。八神さん、噂は聞いてる。あんたえらい喧嘩が強いらしいな。
そりゃどうも。
俺はホンダ、京浜同盟のホンダレンジだ。よろしく頼むぜ。
ほんで、お前も一緒にこいつを締めるぜ。
一緒に？
行くぞ、てめえら。ほんだ。てめえ、しまったか。
おいしい喧嘩だ。大勢でボコるなんざもったいねえったらありゃしねえ。邪魔するってならお前らも容赦しねえぞ。
おい、何なんだよお前。
あんた、俺と喧嘩しろ。
は？
俺はあんたみたいな猛者とやり合うためにこの組織に入ったんだ。だから今すぐ俺と喧嘩しろ。
俺暇じゃねえんだけど。
八神さんよ、この世に喧嘩より優先するもんなんてね、違うか？
ああ。
さあ、おしゃべりはおしまいだ。存分に楽しもうぜ。 さすがだあんた、噂以上だ。最高だなおい。
こっちはつまらねえ喧嘩に付き合わされてうんざりだよ。
そうか、俺には楽しんでるように見えたぞ。根っからの喧嘩師だぜあんた。だが今日はここまでだ。
何？
通行人が札に通報してやがった。そろそろやってくる頃合いだろう。行け。
喧嘩より優先するもんなんてなかったんじゃないのか？
あんたが捕まっちまったんじゃ喧嘩を楽しめねえからな。八神さん、逃げましょう。早く。
ああ。
おーい、今日は楽しかったぜ。またやろうな、八神さんよ。
ここまで来れば多分大丈夫です。
キムさん、さっきのやつあれ何なの？
噂聞いたことあります。喧嘩狂いのホンダ、京浜同盟四天王の一人だと聞いたことがあります。
四天王？そんなのがいんの？
はい、京浜同盟の中でも特に目立っている4人がそう呼ばれているそうです。葛西、本田、そして榊場、古賀。彼らはそれぞれ派閥を持っていて多くの部下を従えているそうです。
つまりあんなのがあと2人もいるってわけか。
その中でも古賀派は同盟の中でも最大の派閥と聞きます。武器の密売でたくさんお金を稼いでいるらしいです。だからヤクザも彼らには手が出せない。
古賀か。そいつまで出てきたらちょっと厄介だな。
すみません、私のせいで。八神さん、あいつらの中でますます有名になってしまったと思います。
まあいいさ。
八神さん、気をつけてください。
ああ、キムさんもね。
Glad it's over. Now for Shintani. Depending on where you are in the story and how much time has passed, there may be more Keihin gang members swarming the streets than usual. When the threat level is present, your chance of encountering Keihin gang members is high. Powerful Keihin gang leaders will show up in the city as long as the threat level is present. Oh, wow, more fighting. Okay. I suppose that's fine. I mean, I need to raise the levels and earn money. That's my life in this game. Beating up random punks to get money and experience. Oh well, why don't we stop it there for today. This is audap. You've been watching Judgment on XBSX. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.